Listas today. Alright, now let's just get into the video. That was fun. Alright, welcome back to Who Wants to Journey 2021 Part 2. Let's get into this. So with this it's now his next part of his journey, where he would conquer the Alola region, and his final Pokemon, that his final team for Alola is Greninja, Dusk Lycanroc, Alolan Raichu. Yeah, I know, Pikachu finally wanted to evolve, and Christian gave it kept its light orb. He then had a Talonflame, an Alolan Ninetales, and a Como-O. Now it's time for his battle with Kukui. Kukui sends out his first Pokemon, normal Lycanroc, midday form. Christian sends out Dusk Lycanroc to counter. As these two doggos clash for a while, but Christian's a Dusk Lycanroc finally defeats Kukui's a midday Lycanroc. As he goes, and it hasn't even entered its red-eyed state. As then the next battle is his next Pokemon, actually. He sends out his next one, he says, go! Kukui yells out to go Braviary. As Christian says, alright, let's go Lycanroc Stone Edge! A Stone Edge hits Braviary and defeats it in one shot. He goes, Braviary! Christian says, good job! But Braviary gets back up somehow and uses a superpower and knocks out Lycanroc almost. These two go. Kukui yells for a quick attack and Christian yells for an Accelerock. Lycanroc's eyes turn red as the power is boosted and knocks out Braviary. As he goes, as Lycanroc is knocked out. The next Pokemon Kukui sends out is Ninetales. Christian sends out his Alolan Raichu. He goes, Raichu! As he goes, as he's super fast. Raichu is blitzing all around the arena, using Thunderbolt and Discharge, which is hitting Ninetales and can't stop. As he goes, roar, as Ninetales lands a Blizzard, which almost not KOs Raichu. As Raichu goes, and charges up about 5 million volts. As he goes, Raichu! As it collides with Ninetales' full-powered hail-boosted Ice Beam. Raichu's being hit by the snow things as he goes, as Raichu's defeated. Christian says, return, Raichu! You did good, buddy. You lowered it down. He says, now my next Talonflame! As he goes, Thram! He says, let's go Talonflame! Use Brave Bird! He goes, Talonflame! Flame! As this collides with Ninetales, almost defeating it already. He says, now Flare Blitz! As he goes, Talonflame! As one quick explosion knocks out your boy, Ninetales. He says, now go Incineroar! As he throws it out, and then he goes, woo. Christian goes, oh no, I'm not gonna win this. As he says, go! Now Ninetales! I'm kidding, he says, alright. Wait, what Pokemon did I tell? Oh yeah. He says, use Brave Bird! Then Kukui says, bulk up! As in, Incineroar bulks up, making it much stronger than it already is. Which means Brave Bird only does a tiny bit of damage as its wings are grabbed. He says, Steel Wing, break through! As it somewhat breaks through, but then Incineroar grabs its leg as Kukui says, throw it up in the sky, then use Darkest Lariat! He throws it into the sky, then Darkest Lariats him. annihilating poor Talonflame.
What?
As he goes,
I can't hear you. What?
Kukui says, return, Incineroar, you did good. Christian goes, I'm kinda losing. Kukui says, now, my next Pokemon, Lucario! As he goes, rah! Christian thinks to himself, how can I beat this thing? Then he realizes, yes! He goes, let's go! Como! As Como comes out, he goes, Como! As Como is a beast. It's a tank and a physical attacker. It's literally like a tank. It's a two-sided coin. It's both the sides of the coin, which means it can use defense and attack, and wield it. Kukui says, Lycan Rock! Use Metal Claw! As Metal Claw clashes, but it doesn't even hurt Como's scales. As Christian says, Clanging Scales! As one Clanging Scales knocks back Lucario. But then, its defense drops. But that doesn't matter because of how sky-high its defense already is. He goes, Lucario, close combat! It barrages Como, who is barely withstanding it. He goes, oh. Christian says, you think you're going to beat me? Let's go! As the Pokeball shines. As he goes, use! As then he pulls out a Z Crystal and puts it into his thing and goes, now, use! Clanging! Whatever the Como Z move is, he goes, ding, 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 ding. As it hits and knocks out Lucario. As he goes, brrr, brrr. As it's easily defeated. Kukui's next Pokemon is Empoleon. He goes, go, Empoleon! As he goes, ah! He says, use Ice Beam! Well, as Como blocks, but both of its arms are frozen. He goes, Sky Uppercut out of it! As he slams its arm against Empoleon, which doesn't do anything because of the ice. But the ice does break. Como-O's kind of screwed as he says, Ice Beam! As Empoleon holds on, hugging Como-O, squeezing it as it launches a point-blank Ice Beam, knocking out Como-O. Person's nervous as then he goes, wait a minute, as he goes, let's go! Ninetales! As he throws his Pokeball up in the air, catches it as it shines. As then he goes, ah! As he goes, alright, Ninetales Blizzard! As he goes, Ninetales! As it defeats him instantly. With just a Blizzard, almost knocks it out, but then with a nice strong Steel Wing, knocks out Ninetales. He goes, as Christian's on to his final Pokemon, he goes, go, Greninja! As he does a different throw than for the rest of his Pokemon, he just throws it out. As he goes, he says, Greninja, Night Slash! I'm kidding, he says, cut! A cut breaks down Empoleon bit by bit. Then he yells out for it to use Aerial Ace, as Aerial Ace is a strong physical type move. As he goes, as it's not doing a lot to poor, then he says, Water Shuriken, creating a Water Shuriken, throwing them at maximum velocity, cutting him up. As he goes, let's go, Greninja, use Double Team! As Double Team surrounds him, as they all use Water Shuriken, knocking him out. As then Kukui's final Pokemon is, he says, let's go, Incineroar! As Incineroar comes out, he goes, roar! Greninja has taken 0 damage, as Incineroar has taken barely any because of that bulk up, which tanked Talonflame's Gale Wings boosted Brave Bird, as Kukui uses it, and it ate a berry inside of its Pokeball. As now it's back into full strength, as he goes, roar! As he says, use bulk up! As it raises its defense, Christian says, Double Team! As he goes, great. As he says, another Double Team! As he says, another bulk up! As the numbers advantage goes to Christian, but the strength and advantage goes to Kukui. He says, "Alright, Incineroar, use Darkest Lariat." A humongous Darkest Lariat collides with all of the Greninjas, knocking them back and back as Greninja throws two Water Shuriken would bounce off Kukui's, sort of only exploding on one of them. As Christian can't do anything against this thing. All of them keep on launching him, but Incineroar is just spinning through them. As he lands onto Christian's Greninja and hits it with the Darkest Lariat. Christian goes, "Uh-oh," as he goes, "Dang it." And he's thinking to himself, what can I do? But then he realizes he's losing control over himself. He goes, as he goes, "Greninja, cut!" As Greninja does it, but gets hit back. He goes, "Double team!" Greninja's kind of confused by saying that, but he does it anyways to respect his trainer. As he does it, but it barely does anything. As he goes, use Aerial Ace! Instead of Greninja using it on Incineroar, Greninja turns around and punches Christian in the face using Aerial Ace. He goes, "What the heck?" As he goes, as Rotom goes, beep. He goes, Greninja has lost control. As he goes, Greninja. As Greninja pulls something, as he walks up and grabs Christian, picking him up, and then pulls something from his pocket, pulling out earbuds. As they put it in both ears where they can communicate and listen. As Greninja communicates throughout its ears, saying that Christian could use its calming factor to help throughout the battle. As Christian smiles, saying that you're the best, Greninja. As he says, "Let's go, Greninja!" As then he plays a song into his earbuds as he goes, "Let's go, Greninja! Water Shuriken!" As he's already back to control. As these two start. As they go, and it's super powered. As he starts singing while they fight, as away. He says, "Water Shuriken!" As he's spamming Water Shuriken, hitting Incineroar, and Incineroar can't take these hits. But Incineroar launches a Blast Burn, almost knocking out Greninja. Greninja won't give up, though. As then, in the psyche of another universe, two beams clash. Two lines collide, making a new bond. A water aura swirls around him. As he goes, as Greninja turns into Krish Greninja, aka Crystal Shi Greninja. And it's a black Greninja with a normal Water Shuriken, but he has Christian sleeves. And it's got the ash face, though. He goes, but also, as he goes, and it's the water spiral. It's not even close. He says, "Cut!" As Greninja blitzes and knocks Incineroar back, he goes, "Whoa!" But Incineroar activates Blazes to go, he says, "Greninja!" And then he punches the ground. As he slices Incineroar, but Incineroar dodges, but it barely hits. Incineroar is just cross-chop, knocking Greninja back as he goes, "Now!" As these two are really clashing out with their full power with the cuts and cross-chops. He goes, "Water Shuriken!" As he launches it. This collides with Incineroar using Blast Burn. As he goes, as Kukui yells out, as he punches his fist into the earth, they go, as the clash gets even bigger and wipes the top of Mount Lanakila out. As when the smoke clears, Incineroar's on the ground as Greninja's still standing. And it's still first stage of Battle Bond as he goes, as Christian's breathing heavily, as that was insane, as they say, "Yeah!" Remember, this was on the champion title, but this was before champions were even discovered. You know, who even knew about a Pokemon League. This is just the final battle on Mount Lanakila. This was the challenging thing that trainers had to do in Alola after being challenged. As Christian goes, "We did it, Greninja!" And as all of his Pokemon who were fully healed, As they start jumping around, they go, yeah, we all did it! But then Raichu starting to feel left out, because Raichu didn't even knock out one of Kukui's Pokemon. As Christian looks over, as Greninja notices that it's left out, Greninja walks up telling him that Christian cares a lot, and he's part of all of us. As Christian says, come on Raichu and Greninja, let's go party! As he goes, ah! As Raichu's motivation is back as it hovers over, as all of them start as they get to go eat. As he goes, as then they all celebrate the new Island Challenge winner. As he goes, as he says, as then he got a photo with all of his Pokemon and Professor Kukui. As then Kukui says, alright, so what are you going to do now? Christian says, I'm probably going to travel the regions. I'm going to need a lot more training to fix that form. He goes, you go. Christian says, I'm going. As he gets on, oh yeah, this is right where Ash just started his Kanto journey. Ash actually just finished Hoenn and is on to Sinnoh. I'm kidding, Ash just started his journey. Christian heads to his first region, which is Sinnoh. He catches a couple of Pokemon challenges in the league, but loses to Cynthia. Then he goes to Johto, challenges that, wins the entire thing, but loses to Lance. He challenges Kanto, beats all that, except for Lance. Again, he still couldn't beat him. He went to the Orange Islands, beat that, and defeated Drake. Then he headed straight for Hoenn, caught a couple of Pokemon there, beat the entire thing, but lost to Drake in the Elite Four. Then he headed to the Unova region, collided the entire thing, and actually beat Alder. With such strength in Alder, he wasn't playing the Pokemon Champion. He refused to. He wanted to be called a Pokemon Master. He'd rather call himself a rookie Pokemon trainer, since he only started his journey months ago. But I'm kidding, he started his journey like years ago. As now, he's officially given the title Battle Master. As he travels next to the Kalos region, where he meets Professor Sycamore, who knows a lot about, and they study and they call this new form that Christian's Greninja has, Bond Phenomenon. As Christian heads out of the Kalos region after challenging and losing to Diantha. As then he heads to the Galar region and challenges Leon. Oh yeah, Christian also trained in the Ninja Village. And let me explain his team. He has his original Alolan team, but with 6. Okay, no, the challenge said that he can only have other ones. In most of his Pokemon, he went to go live at the Poképelago, where that's all they like to stay. He only takes them out for battle. He has tons of Pokemon in his PC, which he caught over the region, but his team right now is Greninja, Dusk-Lycanroc, Lucario, Garchomp, Alolan Ninetales, Staraptor, and his final Pokemon, drumroll please, Alolan Raichu! He chose Alolan Raichu. Okay, he doesn't have a Garchomp, he has his... Alright, let me read in that team. Greninja, Dusk-Lycanroc, Gardevoir... Actually, no, he has a Gallade. He was inspired by, Diantha's, but he decided he wants a Gallade. Next, after that, he has his Alolan Raichu, which he kept on the team. Because Raichu still has a lot more growth. Next of his Pokemon is Staraptor. Then he has his final Pokemon on his team. I'm kidding. His final Pokemon is Garchomp, since I do like Garchomp a lot. He chose a Garchomp, and for his remaining 3 Pokemon that he uses into the transferring are Absol, which he caught in the Hoenn region, Arcanine, which he caught in the Kanto region as a Growlithe and evolved it, and finally Lucario, which he caught in Sinnoh. He uses and replaces Gallade for. As then it's time for him to go... Oh yeah, he got one more in the Galar region. Toxtricity, since I love Toxtricity. I didn't get to use it in a playthrough since it was not good. It was just hard to use. I just couldn't use it in the playthrough until it evolved, and that took way too long, and it just kept dying. I am going to use it in my next sword playthrough, though. Which I can't upload, sadly, because I don't know how to use the Switch thing. I needed, like, a capture card. Alright, so let's go back into this. So after the defeat of most of the trainers, he finally has his final battle with Leon, which he sends out his next Pokemon. And it's in the final battle, Greninja versus Charizard. Then it happens. The Bond phenomenon collides again and turns into Kristoshi Greninja Gekkoga. And it's mastered this time. It's a black Greninja with the shuriken on its back, and it's got the markings, and it's got Christian sleeves. It goes, grrr. I still end up losing to Leon, sadly. I couldn't defeat him. But we still had the best battle of our lives. And then Leon suggests the gym challenge. I mean, the World Coronation Series. As Chris would decide, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And that's it for this video.